بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه إخوتي في الله. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We, by the permission of Allah, we have finished al-fi'l al-madi, the conjugation of the past tense verb and the 12 pronouns, as it is well known amongst us now. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this, and we know that this requires a lot of repetition, a lot of review. Na'am. And that learning Arabic is not just an issue of understanding, but is becoming adapted and habituating and acclimating a whole new language. It takes time, and it takes from you and your part a lot of hard work and repetition. And I encourage you all with that. Do not become satisfied with just the fact that you understand. Don't become satisfied with that, but strive to perfect. Strive to perfect these things, that it becomes natural and instinctual, and that after permission of Allah, tawfiq, that is going to be from your repetition and hard work. You have to repeat. I cannot say it enough. Review your sentences. That's my sincere advice. Review your story. Review your sentences. Do your homework. Naam. If you have a partner to do it with, it's very good. Naam. And your study habits. The study habits is what many a times makes the difference between the students. Not that this one memorized quickly and this one is smarter and this one studied before. Regardless of that, study habits. Naam. Study habits. Make sure you have good study habits. Naam. And consistency. Don't a lot of people have for some reason or the other have had to leave the class. We started off with 100 people, then down to 70, then to 50. Before Ramadan we were in the 30s and the 40s. Now we're down in the 20s. I encourage you all to be patient, to hang on, to be patient. Tayyib, barakallahu feekum. This chapter that we're in, number 14 or 13 that we're in, is a very big chapter. It's a very big chapter. And I want you all to recognize that this chapter is not going to end anytime soon. This chapter is going to go on and go on to another 10 pages. We're in chapter number 14. This is a very big chapter. This is chapter number 14. We finished with it, the conjugation of fi'l al-madi, but it's a very big chapter. So I don't think that we're going to be going into fi'l al-mudari and future tense verb immediately. We have a lot of exercises to do. Now, this is a very big chapter. There's another 10 pages to this chapter. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his success and his aid. What we're going to do now is conjugate these verbs. I pulled up a chart. The chart is further down in the book, but this chart here has the 12 pronouns, and we're going to do these verbs that are on this chart that are right here in front of us. Excuse me, and we're going to do this together. We're going to read this conjugation together. It's okay whether you look at the paper on the screen or not. We're going to start with ana, and you all know the sequence of our pronouns is the same sequence that we have been upon from the beginning of the book. Ad-damir al-mutakallim is 2 of them. Ad-damir al-mukhatab is 5, and damir al-ghaib is 5. First person, second person, and third person. Okay, we're going to read this together. We're going to do according to the verbs that are on the chart. The first one is raja'a. The second one is qara'a. The third one is wasala. Then shakara. Hamida. Are you all with me? Barakallahu feekum. Tayyib, barakallahu feekum. So nobody's have the attitude like, oh man, I know this is easy. Good. Let it become easier. And inshallah, you adapt to it more. This is all necessary in learning Arabic. Tayyib, inshallah, we're going to do this whole chart, and let's start together. Bismillah. Ana raja'tu. Afwan. Before I begin, we're going to take our time. We're going to take our time. So if I'm going too fast, somebody let me know. Bismillah. أنا رجعت. نحن رجعنا. أنت رجعت. أنت رجعت. أنتما رجعتما. أنتم رجعتم. أنتن رجعتن. هو رجع. هي رجعت. هما رجعا. هما رجعتا. هم رجعوا. هن رجعنا. Huma we're going to do on two categories. Huma, we're going to say it twice. We wrote it we wrote it once, but we're going to read it from the masculine and feminine. You all are with me. Barakallahu feekum. This is understood. Huma, we're going to do it twice. Huma raja'a wa huma raja'ata. Understood. Barakallahu feekum. Tayyib. Okay, we're going to go into the next one. Qara'a. The next one is qara'a. Bismillah. Ana qara'tu. Nahnu qara'na. Anta qara'ta. Anti qara'ti. Antuma qara'tuma. Antum qara'tum. Antunna qara'tunna. Huwa qara'a. Hiya qara'at. Huma qara'a. Huma qara'ata. Hum qara'u. Hunna qara'na. How we doing? How we doing? We're going to the third column now in wasala. We're going to take our time, but this exercise is absolutely necessary. We just have to do it. This is a part of learning. We're on the third column of wasala. We're going to start from the top. Bismillah. Ana wasaltu. Nahnu wasalna. Anta wasalta. Anti wasalti. Antuma wasaltuma. Antum wasaltum. Antunna wasaltunna. Huwa wasala. Hiya wasalat. Huma wasala. Huma wasalata. Hum wasalu. Hunna wasalna. How we doing? Barakallahu feekum. Everything is going good. How we doing? Tayyib, inshallah. As we go, you become stronger. Those that have difficulty in it, look at the pronoun. Look at the pronoun, but you have to think. You have to think. Okay, the next one is shakara. Next one is shakara. Right, on huma means the two. If it's masculine, like the one that's coming up, you say huwa shakara. Huma shakara. The aleph indicates that it's muthanna, that is two. Okay. But if it's a female, if it's one female, you're going to say shakarat. Hiya shakarat. But if it's two females, you're going to say shakarata. You're going to say shakarata. Naam. So when we are reviewing, when we're going through the conjugation, we're going to mention huma two times. Even though it is written one time, we're going to conjugate it two times, one for masculine and the other for feminine. Yep. And it's very important that if somebody has a question or an inquiry, that they make that known. It's very important. There's no reason to be shy or anything like that. Okay, we're going to do shakara from the top. Bismillah. Ana shakartu. Nahnu shakarna. Anta shakarta. Anti shakarti. Antuma shakartuma. Antum shakartum. Antunna shakartunna. Huwa shakara. Hiya shakarat. Huma shakara. Huma shakarata. Hum shakaru. Hunna shakarna. How we doing, brothers and sisters? How we doing? Where are the ones that are difficult? Which ones are difficult? Are the ones the first person, the second person, or the third person? When we're in the masjid and some kids, they come to me and they say that they finish memorizing I said, you ready to be checked? He said, sure, there's no mistake. They said, yeah, I'm sure there's no mistakes. I said, well, tell me what part you're going to read. What part is the difficult part on the page? Is it the beginning? Is it middle? Is it the end? It's like, well, in the middle is the difficult. I'm like, go back. You're not ready. Don't come. You just showed me not ready. Go back. It can't be no hard part. So then he says, well, the middle part is difficult. Go back. You're not ready. Go ahead, take it with yourself. It can be, nothing can be difficult. You got to keep going over it and over and over. Everything has to be simplified. So listen, the part that's hard, that's where you're going to put extra attention in. That's where you put extra attention. Imagine if you're scrubbing a pot and you got everything except there's a corner there that still have some burnt rice on it or whatever. Why are you washing all the other parts of the pot instead of dealing with that part? Forget all them other parts now. Deal with the rough part. Deal with the rough part. Now, concentrate on it. Okay, we're going to the next one, which is Hamida. Okay, this one has a kesra in it. So preserve that kesra. Okay, we're now on the column of Hamida. We're going through our pronouns. Now, for those that just come in. Okay, we're on Hamida. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the 5th column. We're going to start from the top. Bismillah. Ana hamid. Nahnu hamidna. Anta hamidta. Anti hamidti. Antuma hamidtuma. Antum hamidtum. Antunna hamidtunna. Huwa hamida. Hiya hamidat. Huma hamida. Huma hamidata. Hum hamidu. Hunna hamidana. How we doing? How we doing, brothers and sisters? How we doing with conjugating these verbs for those that are just coming in? Okay, next one is akala. Next one is akala. We're just going through this as the necessary drills that we have to go through. So the issue is not that you understand. The issue is that you want to make this easier and easier and easier. Let's start from the top, from akala. Bismillah. Ana akaltu. Nahnu akalna. Anta akalta. Anti akalti. Antuma akaltuma. Antum akaltum. Antunna akaltunna. Huwa akala. Hiya akalat. Huma أكلا. هما أكلتا. هم أكلوا. هن أكلنا. طيب. Okay. I'm going to move on from here straight to the next one. The next one is takallama. This is on a different scale. And on this lesson, at the end of the lesson, we're going to look at the different scales. This word has 4 letters in it. So it's going to be takallamtu wa takallamna. So you're going to take your time and don't skip over the shadda that's there on that lam. Don't go takallamtu, takallamna, like takallamtu, takallam. So put emphasis on that shadda. We're going to take our time on this one. Takallama. We're going to start from the top. Bismillah. Ana takallamtu. Nahnu takallamna. Okay, let's go back. You have a shadda on the lam, but there's a sukoon on the meme for the ones that have to have a sukoon. So you really have to take your time. You can't rush. You have a shadda, then you have a sukoon. For those that have a ta or a pronoun at the end. Inshallah, you understand what I'm saying. So we're going to take our time. Again, from the beginning. Ana takallamtu. Nahnu takallamna. Anta takallamta. Pronounce that meme. Again. Anta takallamta. Anti takallamti. Antuma takallamtuma. Antum takallamtum. أنتن تكلمتن. هو تكلم. هي تكلمت. هما تكلما. هما تكلمتا. هم تكلموا. Hunna takallamna. How did we do on that one? That one is a little more challenging, but you have to take your time. It's good. It's good. You have to take your time. Barakallahu fikum. Barakallahu fikum. Tayyib, we got two more left. Sa'ala. Let's take it from the top. Bismillah. Ana sa'altu. Nahnu sa'alna. Anta sa'alta. Anti sa'alti. Antuma sa'altuma. Antum sa'altum. Antunna sa'altunna. Huwa sa'ala. Hiya sa'alat. Huma sa'ala. Huma sa'alata. Hum sa'alu. Hunna sa'alna. And last one is ghasala. Before we got back to our homeworks, the different homeworks we had. Let's finish this last one. Finish this last one. Ana ghasaltu. Nahnu ghasalna. Anta ghasalta. Anti ghasalti. Antuma ghasaltuma. Antum ghasaltum. Antunna ghasaltunna. Huwa ghasala. Hiya ghasalat. Huma غسلا. هما غسلتا. هم غسلوا. هن غسلنا. All right, very good. Now let's go back to our homework. Okay, this is our homework page. Let me bring this up here. Hey, brothers and sisters, we're going to read the question and the answer together. We're going to read the question and the answer together. Each one we're going to do it 2 times, just in case somebody makes a mistake on the first one. Each one we're going to do 2 times. We're going to start with the examples. We're going to start with the examples. We're going to read the question and we're going to read the answer, and we're going to do it together, one by one. The first one, Bismillah. هل ضربت عمر؟ نعم أنا ضربته. هل ضربت عمر؟ نعم أنا ضربته. The second, the following one. هل أكلت الطعام؟ نعم أنا أكلته. هل أكلت الطعام؟ نعم أنا أكلته. The following one. هل ذهبت إلى المسجد؟ نعم أنا ذهبت إليه. هل ذهبت إلى المسجد؟ نعم أنا ذهبت إليه. We're on page 129. We're on page 129. This is what we have for homework here. We're going to start with number 1. We're going to read together. We're going to read the question and we're going to read the answer. Be aware of the pronoun, the appropriate pronoun. You have to conjugate this in appropriate pronoun. Some of them are masculine, some are feminine, some are singular, some are plural. All right, number 1. Each one we're going to do it 2 times. Number 1. هل كتبت الرسالة؟ نعم أنا كتبتها. Again. هل كتبت الرسالة؟ نعم أنا كتبتها. الثانية. Number 2. هل فتحت الباب؟ نعم. عفوا. Number 2. I'm sorry. Let me make this a little bigger. I can barely see it myself. Number 2. هل قرأت الكتاب؟ نعم أنا قرأته. هل قرأت الكتاب؟ نعم أنا قرأته. Number 3. هل فتحت الباب؟ نعم أنا فتحته. هل فتحت الباب؟ نعم أنا فتحته. Number 4. هل فهمت المدرس؟ نعم أنا فهمته. هل فهمت المدرس؟ نعم أنا فهمته. Number 5. هل غسلت الملابس؟ نعم أنا غسلتها. هل غسلت الملابس؟ نعم أنا غسلتها. Number 6. هل مشيت إلى المدرسة؟ نعم أنا مشيت إليها. And that should be مدرستي, not مدرستها. Again, هل مشيت إلى المدرسة؟ نعم أنا مشيت إليها. This one needs you have to add the damir to the harf jar, this preposition إلى. So ila, when it's not attached to anything, it has an aleph. Ila has an aleph. Ila. But when you attach your pronouns to it, that aleph becomes what? A yeah. Ilayhi. Ilayhi. You all are with me? You all are with me? Ila has an aleph at the end, but when the pronoun gets attached to it, and the pronoun brings the reality of what it is. And that's the same thing with masha. Huwa masha ana mashaytu. It's like that with various things. Okay. So let's do this one again. Number 6, we're going to do it 2 times. هل مشيت إلى المدرسة؟ نعم أنا مشيت إليها. هل مشيت إلى المدرسة؟ نعم أنا مشيت إليها. طيب. هل ذهبت مع أبيك؟ نعم أنا ذهبت معه. هل ذهبت مع أبيك؟ نعم أنا ذهبت معه. هل رجعت إلى الطبيب؟ نعم أنا رجعت إليه. هل رجعت إلى الطبيب؟ نعم أنا رجعت إليه. هل لعبت مع الأولاد؟ نعم أنا لعبت معهم. هل لعبت مع الأولاد؟ نعم أنا لعبت معهم. How are we doing? How are we doing today? This is just a drill. This is just a drill. How's everybody doing? Okay. If that's the case, we're going to go on to this story here. Okay. We're going to prepare yourself. We're going to be reading this over and over. I'm going to make it, hopefully it's big enough on the screen. We're going to be reading these sentences over and over and over. Today is practice day. So today today you're studying, tomorrow you're teaching. Sometimes you're going to move on in the book, and some days you're going to stop in the book and just review. Just review and do the homework well. Don't breeze by the homework. Take your time. That's what it's there for. No matter what book you teach, whether it's this book or any other book, go through the homework with the student. Get in the ring with the student. Do the hard work with the student. Become tired just like the student. So the boxing coach, after the sparring session, he has to take a shower just like the boxer. And he has to gear up just like the boxer. So barakallahu fikum. So today you all are studying, tomorrow we are teaching. I think a lot of the failure, or part of the failure, I should say, of the spread of Arabic has sometimes to do with the teacher. Nobody comes to the class and he doesn't want to come, or he's just slow, he doesn't understand. All of them want to learn and all of them understand, but the teacher has to direct things correctly. He has to be more like a supportive coach and encouragement. You have to be an encouragement. You have to be an example. You have to be with them. You have to be like a coach. That's the only thing that comes to my head to try to explain that he can't just sit back and just give directions with his fingers and point. No, he has to be in. Has to be in it. Tell you, we're going to read the story and we're going to do it like we did before. I'm going to tell you what sentences to go back and go over and go over and go over. Just follow my lead. Bismillah. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. Again. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. Okay, now listen up. Now we know, pardon me, I know I'm probably redundant and monotonous with the things that I say over and over, but you know that is not our goal just to put in the thing, the answer in these blue dotted lines and just read the answer. Now we want the whole story with no stuttering. And that was our rule from the beginning of this class. There's no stuttering. There's no stuttering. Uh-uh. Okay. So I was looking at the book. It's all good. But point being, no stuttering. Yes, everybody's looking at the book. Yes, everybody's looking at the book. No, everybody's looking at the book. No, everybody's looking at the book. No. And I want you to understand. I want you to comprehend. And we're going to be changing this pronoun. It was originally in the form of hua. And when hua, which was Uwais, when he combined with his friend Abdul, it became huma. Are you all with me? It became huma. It became huma. بعد أن وصلا وتكلما وما تكلما وكتبا وسألا. But now when it's the pronoun ana, and when you get combined with your friend, it's going to be nahnu. It's going to be nahnu. You understand? Barakallahu fikum. So we all look in the book, but we just want to learn this conjugation and we want to comprehend. Today is not for memory. Today is for comprehension. Today is not for memory, for comprehension. But we want no stuttering. No stuttering. Strong diction. طيب. Let's start. بسم الله. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. Continue. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا. Again. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا. Yeah, let me slow down. Again. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا. Continue. ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. Again. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. Again. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. Let's go back to the beginning. Let me have the alif lam nice and clear. Okay. Say fil madrasa till. Say till. Go straight to that lamb. Straight to that lamb. Okay. Let's start again. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. Continue. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. Continue. لدينا درس في أسماء الله تعالى وصفاته. Let's go back to أنا حضرت. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. لدينا درس في أسماء الله وصفاته. Again. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. لدينا درس في أسماء الله تعالى وصفاته. From the beginning. From the beginning. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. لدينا درس في أسماء الله تعالى وصفاته. How we doing? How we doing? Okay. Now, our issue here is not memory, so we're just going to continue. Our issue here is not memory. We're going to continue. I want perfect diction. Take advantage of this. I want you to exaggerate. Exaggerate, but don't let it be fluent in your exaggeration. Don't chop it up. Don't be so expressive that it becomes chopped up. Like don't say بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية أنا حضرت. No, let it be fluent. Let it be fluent, and don't, as they say, don't bark at the print. Don't bark at the print. لدينا درس في أسماء الله تعالى وصفاته. Don't bark at the print. Make it fluent. So I want you, barakallahu feek, every time you read, to imagine that you're speaking to somebody. And I want this somebody to be your young little daughter. She's like 7 years old, and she's trying to understand what you're saying. Try to speak like you're speaking to a young child that's 8 years old, that's 10 years old, and you want to be as clear as you can be. Now, it's not you just want to explain this to them. Imagine that you're speaking to somebody and you're trying to make this as clear as possible. Right? So we're going to continue from بعد Bismillah. بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس. Again, بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس. One more time. بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس. Continue. وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة. Again. وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة. Again. وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة. Let's go back to بعد أن. بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة. Again. بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة. Continue. وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Again, that part. وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Again, that part. وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Listen, let me have that عين. مع أحد. You have a عين. مع then أحد. طيب. Again. وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Let's go back to بعد أن. بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Again, from بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Let's go back to the very beginning. From the very beginning, we're going to take our time. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. أنا حضرت إلى درسي مبكرا ومعي صاحبي عبد النور. لدينا درس في أسماء الله تعالى وصفاته. بعد أن وصلنا إلى المدرسة نحن قعدنا بالقرب من المدرس وكتبنا منه الفوائد المهمة وما تكلمنا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. Continue. وسألنا المدرس بعض أسئلة في آخر الدرس. Again. وسألنا المدرس بعض أسئلة في آخر الدرس. Again. وسألنا المدرس بعض أسئلة في آخر الدرس. Continue. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. That last part again. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. Again, that last part. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. Again, that last part. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. One more time, that last part. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. Go back to سأل. وسألنا عفوا وسألنا المدرس بعض أسئلة في آخر الدرس. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. Again. وسألنا المدرس بعض أسئلة في آخر الدرس. ولما كمل الدرس حمدنا ربنا وشكرنا المدرس. How we doing? How we doing? So, yeah, that's all that takes. That's all that takes. This one here, we're going to leave this off for later. We're going to read it one time now. One time we're going to read it now. I want you to fill in the blanks while we read it. This one says, "Uktub al-faqra al-mutaqaddima." Faqra means paragraph. Mutaqaddima means the previous paragraph. Musta'milan using ad-damir hum, using the pronoun hum. Using the pronoun hum. Okay? So we're going to read it one time, and I want you all to fill in the blanks as we go. And then we're going to come back on Saturday, and we're going to review this. بدأت الدروس اليوم في المدرسة الإسلامية. الطلاب حضروا إلى درسهم مبكرين. Again, الطلاب حضروا إلى درسهم مبكرين. الطلاب حضروا إلى درسهم مبكرين ومعهم صاحبهم عبد النور. ومعهم صاحبهم عبد النور. ومعهم صاحبهم عبد النور. لديهم درس. This one is لديهم. It's a group of them. They have. لديهم درس في أسماء الله وصفاته. بعد أن وصلوا. This one is going to be وصلوا الآن. Now is a group of them. بعد أن وصلوا إلى المدرسة هم قعدوا. بعد أن وصلوا إلى المدرسة هم قعدوا. هم قعدوا. بعد أن وصلوا إلى المدرسة هم قعدوا بالقرب من المدرس وكتبوا. وكتبوا منه الفوائد المهمة. وكتبوا منه الفوائد المهمة. وما تكلموا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. وما تكلموا مع أحد أثناء الدرس. وسألوا المدرس. وسألوا المدرس بعض أسئلة في آخر الدرس. ولما كمل الدرس حمدوا. Preserve that كسرة. حمدوا ربهم وشكروا المدرس. بارك الله فيكم. Now we're going to spend the rest of our lesson today kneading the dough. We're going to spend the rest of our lesson today kneading the dough on page 131. Page 131. Are y'all ready? You see what we have here? It says اكتب الفعل الماضي المناسب في الفراغ. Put the correct فعل مضارع عفوا the فعل الماضي to correct the past tense verb in the empty space. You understand what we have to do here? It says هو طبق الطعام للضيوف. Here you're going to put طبقت. هما طبخا or طبختا. أنتما is going to be طبختما. يا عاصم هل أنت طبخت؟ يا أبنائي هل أنتم طبختم؟ نعم. So look at number 6. It has Zainab wa Fatima. That's going to be huma, but it's muthanna. I mean, it's mu'annath. I'm sorry, it's feminine. Tabakhata. Okay. So we have 6 sentences here. You all with me? Okay. We're going to go over just this first one here. We're going to go over it 2 or 3 times before we go to the next one. We're going to get it well. One time is not sufficient. So we're going to start from the first one. We're going to go straight down. We're going to start reading. Number 1, where it says, Huwa tabaqa at-ta'am. Then we're going to go to the other ones. Let's go through it together. Bismillah. Huwa tabaqa at-ta'am lid-duyuf. Hiya tabaqat at-ta'am lid-duyuf. Huma طبخا الطعام للضيوف. هل أنتما طبختما الطعام للضيوف؟ يا عاصم، هل أنت طبخت الطعام للضيوف؟ يا أبنائي، هل أنتم طبختم الطعام للضيوف؟ زينب وفاطمة طبختا الطعام للضيوف. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. How did we do? How did we do? We're going to do it again. The same one. The same one. Let's start from the beginning. Bismillah. هو طبخ الطعام للضيوف. هي طبخت الطعام للضيوف. هما طبخا الطعام للضيوف. هل أنتما طبختما الطعام للضيوف؟ يا عاصم، هل أنت طبخت الطعام للضيوف؟ يا أبنائي، هل أنتم طبختم الطعام للضيوف؟ زينب وفاطمة طبختا الطعام للضيوف. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Is everything good? Are we going too fast? Let me get some feedback. Everything is going good. The more you go over one, you get used to it. The more you go over it. One more time. One more time. Bismillah. هو طبخ الطعام للضيوف. هي طبخت الطعام Okay, hold on. No, it's not fast. Okay, I thought somebody said it's too fast. Okay, it's not fast. Okay, let's start again. هو طبخ الطعام للضيوف. هي طبخت الطعام للضيوف. هما طبخا الطعام للضيوف. هل أنتما طبختما الطعام للضيوف؟ يا عاصم، هل أنت طبخت الطعام للضيوف؟ يا أبنائي، هل أنتم طبختم الطعام للضيوف؟ زينب وفاطمة طبختا الطعام للضيوف. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Okay, this one says هو عاد إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. He returned to the masjid after غداء. So when it says نحن, it's going to be عدنا. نحن عدنا وأنا عدت. نعم. يا كريمة، هل أنت عدتي؟ باسم وأخوه عادا. نعم. يا شفاء وأمل عدتما. هل عدتما الأختان عادتا. Are you all with me? How we doing? So this one has a harf illa, as a weak letter in the middle. If there's a sukoon on the last letter, that weak letter is going to be dropped. So the first one is going to be udana, 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 udana. How we doing? Is this understood? Okay, good. Okay, let's start. Bismillah. هو عاد إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. نحن عدنا إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. أنا عدت إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. يا كريمة، هل أنت عدت إلى المسجد بعد الغداء؟ باسم وأخوه عادا إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. يا شفاء وأمل، هل عدتما إلى مسجد بعد الغداء؟ الأختان عادتا إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. Okay, let's look here. Look at number 5. Look at number 5. It says Ya Shifa wa Ya Amal. When it's two people, whether it's male or female, it's going to be ذهبتما وعدتما أكلتما جلستما تكلمتما, no matter if it's male or female. Okay? Nah. All right, let's go back to the top again. Bismillah. هو عاد إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. نحن عدنا إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. أنا عدت إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. يا كريمة، هل أنت عدت إلى المسجد بعد الغداء؟ باسم وأخوه عادا إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. يا شفا وأمل، هل أنتما عدتما إلى المسجد بعد الغداء؟ الأختان عادتا إلى المسجد بعد الغداء. Number 5, it says هل عدتما. I said هل أنتما. You don't need أنتما. I just said that out of habit. Taya, what do these two names mean? What does a girl's name Shifa? What does Shifa mean? If that's a girl's name, Shifa. What does Shifa mean? Right, a healing, a cure. Ma amal. What does amal mean? Amal. Not amal. Not amal with the ain. This is amal with a hamza. Amal. What does amal mean? Amal. No. Amal means hope. Amal means hope. It's a nice name. Hope. Let's go on. Let's move on. We're making good time today. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's review this one first. هو فهم درسه جيدا. So now we have a damir muttasil. So you know the first ones I try to make it easy. Then in the second and third ones we have some extra work. You have to put 2 points in. So the first one is هو فهم درسه جيدا. هي فهمت درسها جيدا. أنا فهمت درسي جيدا. سليمان فهم درسه جيدا. يا سليمة هل أنت فهمت درسك جيدا؟ هل أنتما فهمتما درسكما جيدا؟ البنتان فهمتا درسهما جيدا. Okay, how we doing? You ready to go through it? So now after this, Barakallahu Fikum, you have to review this. You have to review. It's on you. The best of you, inshallah, if Allah wills, the one who does the more review. Review this. Don't just chuck this on the side. Review this on your spare time. The more time that you give, the more benefit with Allah's permission you will find. Don't shortchange your own self. Don't be cheap with your own self. Honor yourself. Be generous with yourself. You and your studies are paramount. Give yourself the majority of your time. Be selfish with your time. And I remember the Sheikh used to tell us to be stingy with your time. Don't give it to anybody. Give it to yourself. Don't give it to anybody sitting, chatting, talking about this and working about that. Take that time to review this a little bit more. Take that time to review this. You're going to see the fruits of your labor, if Allah wills. Now, so it's the teacher is just like a GPS. It's your hard work. That which you benefit. Some of you all thank me. Alhamdulillah, all praises due to Allah. I thank you all. The progress that you have done is your hard work. It's your hard work. The GPS just lays down the map work, but you have to do the driving. So you got here by the permission of Allah from your hard work. So I want you to do a little bit more. We're in the middle of the book. I want you to recognize where you got here. Do better. Don't go through the rest of the book like you came. But go better. So I want you to build your confidence up and give it all that you have. Okay. So the likes of these sentences have to be reviewed, and you will see the fruits of your labor for Allah wills. All right, let's go. Bismillah. هو فهم درسه جيدا. هي فهمت درسها جيدا. أنا فهمت درسي جيدا. سليمان فهم درسه جيدا. يا سليمة هل أنت فهمت درسك جيدا؟ هل أنتما فهمتما درسكما جيدا؟ البنتان فهمتا درسهما جيدا. How we doing? How we doing? Are we going too fast? Let's try to get this good. Let's try to get this good. One more time from the top. هو فهم درسه جيدا. هي فهمت درسها جيدا. أنا فهمت درسي جيدا. سليمان فهم درسه جيدا. يا سليمة، هل أنت فهمت درسك جيدا؟ هل أنتما فهمتما درسكما جيدا؟ البنتان فهمتا درسهما جيدا. One more time. One more time. One more time. بسم الله. هو فهم درسه جيدا. هي فهمت درسها جيدا. أنا فهمت درسي جيدا. سليمان فهم درسه جيدا. يا سليمة، هل أنت فهمت درسك جيدا؟ هل أنتما فهمتما درسكما جيدا؟ البنتان فهمتا درسهما جيدا. Okay, I think this is where we're going to stop today. Barakallahu fikum. This has been a very good week. Now, here we have these sentences here, and inshallah, Saturday I will be back in Hamtramck. Now, this exercise here, I want you to look at what we have coming up. It says Tarjum al-Jumal al-Atiya. You have to translate these sentences. This is on you. Some of the sentences are long. Some of the sentences are long. How many sentences are there? MashaAllah. 15. 15 sentences. Okay. You have to translate that. Okay. So when we get back to class, look at the first one. It says, Meta bada'at salatul Eid. I'm going to test you all. I'm going to say, when did salatul Eid say? When did the salatul Eid start? Say that in Arabic. I'm going to ask you in English. No stuttering. Don't come stuttering. No, الخطبة في مسجد الرحمة بدأت قبل الخطبة في مسجد النور. The khutbah at Masjid Rahma started before the khutbah at Masjid Noor. I'm going to say it in English. Guess who's going to say it in Arabic? Guess who's going to have to say it in Arabic? You, barakallahu fikum. You're going to have to say it in Arabic. So now review. I'm not going to come with any questions outside of this. These same ones right here. These same ones right here. جاءت فاطمة إلى البيت وطبخت طعام الغداء. Fatima came to the house and cooked lunch. That's what I'm going to say to you. Fatima came to the house and cooked lunch. What are you going to say? How are you going to express yourself? No stuttering. Take your time. These are your sentences. You have 2 days off to review this. You have 2 days off. Boy, if I could see your faces. That's right. So we got a lot of sentences here. This is what aids, brothers and sisters. This is what aids. I want y'all to understand this one thing. This is what aids learning Arabic with proficiency. And you have to go through these drills. You have to go through the in and out. You have to knead the dough. You have to twist it. You got to pull it. You got to yank it. You got to twist it. You got to flip it. You got to twist it. You got to push it. You might have to put some more oil on it. You got to stretch it. You got to put a little bit more salt. You might add a little bit more flour. You got to do the work. Are you all with me? All right. Lastly, I just want to show you what we're getting into. We're not going to do this, but this is what we're going to do when we come back on Saturday. Just look at these sentences. Just look at these sentences. Lada. Lada means end. Lada means end. Now, remember this word here that we had? Let me write it real quick. Change this to Arabic. Remember this word we had end, endi, wa indana, wa indaka, wa indiki, wa indakuma, wa indakum, meaning you have. That's what this thing here means. Lada. So you say ladayya, I have. Naam. Ladayna, we have. Ladayka, naam, wa ladayki. But you say Al-at'am lada al-akh is with the brother. At'am inda al-akh lada al-akh. Inda al-akh lada al-akh Uthman. The food is with the brother Uthman. Okay, let me write that. You can all see. I'm going to get into this when we come back. الطعام لدى الأخ Uthman. I mean, الطعام عند الأخ Uthman. Are you all with me? The food is with the brother. The food is with the brother. لدي الطعام. I have the food. لدي الطعام. I have it. الطعام. هل الطعام لديك؟ هل لديك طعام؟ Do you have food? هل لديك حجاب؟ هل لديك حجاب؟ يعني هل عندك حجاب؟ Or you can say هل لك. So you have these words. Okay, so I'm giving it so you can review. You have lucky, and you have indeki, and you have لديك. هل لك hijab? هل عندك hijab? هل لديك hijab? Are you all with me? Barakallahu fiqh. We have done enough today. I mean, we went close to an hour. Pardon me for the elongation. Today was this was a beautiful week. Today was a very, very good week. May Allah increase you all. I want you all to put your reliance on Allah and then do the work that you have to do. Alhamdulillah. I pray that Allah accept this book from me, and we have to get the mistakes out of the book. I stopped the whole printing of the color book because I'm just embarrassed that it has so many mistakes in it. But there's no way to do it except that we do it together. So inshallah, after we finish this, inshallah, we'll straighten all that out. And I thank you all for studying the book and being patient with me. I thank you all. Tayyib. Nah, inshallah, we'll catch it. And then we are really want to spread English throughout the world. I don't have anything shorter than that. I haven't made my nia to spread it on the moon or Mars yet. My nia is not there yet. But the whole earth, that's my goal. I refuse to have any goal shorter than that. So I'm looking to get students in Vietnam and Pakistan and everywhere else, let alone here. May Allah aid us in our success, in our goals. Time, inshallah, we're gonna stop here. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. الله يحفظكم الله يبارك فيكم الله يعينكم جميعا